He has been on the front lines of the fight for equality. A local LGBT rights pioneer joins us as he helps us look back on a landmark year for the movement. That's coming up. And the Thanks to a historic Supreme Court decision, 2015 has been a landmark year for LGBT rights. One man who has been on the front lines of the fight for decades is Philadelphia Gay News founder Mark Segal, and he has written a new book. It is called And Then I Danced, Traveling the Road to LGBT Equality. It's a memoir of his journey through the movement. He joins us now live in our studios. Mark, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thrilled to be here.
I want to ask you about this year, in particular about that Supreme Court decision. What did that represent to you? Was that sort of the culmination of things?
Well, first off, it's a great year for the LGBT community, and it's a great year for Philadelphia. Philadelphia, for the third year in a row, has been named by HRC, which is the leading LGBT national organization, as the nation's most LGBT-friendly city. That's an incredible record. No other city in America, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, can say that. We can. But the Supreme Court took us from a country which had 30-some states that supported marriage equality. Overnight, everybody in America could get married if they so wish. But that's great. But the reality is that while you can get married in one day, the following day, in most states in America, you could get fired just for getting married. Therefore, we have lots of work to do.
I want to ask you about how you got involved with the movement at a young age. What spurred you to play the role that you have?
My upbringing here in Philadelphia. I'm a Philadelphia chauvinist. I love this town. My grandmother was a refugee from the pogroms in Russia. She was a suffragette. She took me to my first civil rights demonstration around City Hall when I was 13. I marched with people like Cecil B. Moore and Robert N.C. Nix, who later became a congressman. So I've been in the fight for equal rights and equality since I was a little kid, thanks to my family appreciating the fact that we're Americans, that the fight for everybody's rights is a fight for all of us.
So why write all of it down now? What made you think, okay, now's the time I'm going to actually put it down on paper?
I'm an old man.
I don't know about
that. A lot of my friends have said that you have an incredible story. The book is a love letter to Philadelphia. This is a love letter to Philadelphia. It talks about everybody that everybody has been reading about in the newspapers for the last 40 years. And it tells some funny stories that you'd be shocked at.
Shocked?
Shocked.
Well, let me ask you about something that happened here in Philadelphia. I want to get your take on it because we were talking about sort of how far you have come, but there was something that was captured on video. I think we have it here. This video was taken, I believe, at 13th and Locust. This is the Rainbow Crosswalk, and someone was seen sort of hammering into it there. We don't have a lot of information about the circumstances of that, but police were called, and the person did walk away from the scene there. What was your reaction when you heard about this?
My reaction is I'm angered. As far as I'm concerned, it's a hate crime because it's based against the gay community. And as the publisher of the Philadelphia Gay News, I am personally offering a $5,000 reward for the arrest and conviction of the person or persons who did that.
Have you heard anyone talking about this since you saw the video? Have you? Do you know if there is anyone who does know who's responsible?
I don't know what. I could tell you that the Pride Committee of Philadelphia, headed by Chuck Volz and Franny Price, are the ones who came up with the idea of doing the Rainbow Crosswalk in the middle of what is the gayborhood. It is a section that is a unity-bringing area for the entire gay community, and to take a hammer to that is like throwing a brick through a church wall or window. Again, I am offering a $5,000 reward for the arrest and the conviction to the person or persons who've done that.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And thank you for bringing your book as well.
Thank you.
Look forward to it. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Sheena joins us for that.
Now you're